Welcome to the 2023 United States Women's Disc Golf Championships at Burlington, North Carolina. I'm Brooke Johnson.
And I'm Ashley Pickett. This is the feature card of the FP50 division here at the United States Women's Disc Golf Championship. Today they were playing on a more wide open course at Cedarock.
We have Des Redding leading the field at neg 12, Tamara Coburn at neg 7, and Juliana Korver rounds out our lead card at neg 5. The course our ladies are playing today is very different from the tight wooded course they played yesterday. It's open bombers, lots of goodable par 4s and par 5s, but we had some big wind today, and you can kind of see that here on hole 1, the 275-foot par 3. The basket is tucked right between these trees here. It is a little uphill, doesn't play too much, but the headwind was huge. We do want to give a shout out here to today's starter at the Cedarock course, Mr. Wilbur Wallace. He's a member of the PDGA board of directors, and his father actually helped start the United States Women's Disc Golf Championship, which is why we're here today. So awesome to see this man out here sending all of our ladies off on their rounds for today.
Yeah, thank you, Wilbur. Des absolutely shredded the woods yesterday at Wellspring. Let's see if she can get off to another hot start today. Whoa, what a great opening shot from her.
I don't know what else you want outside of an ace. That was parked.
Perfect in that wind.
From New Hampshire, Tamara Coburn.
If you guys watch the trees and the flags in the background, the wind was just whipping. Pulled Tamara's drive over just a little bit, but she's still central and should be able to save a par from there.
And third on the tee, from Iowa, Juliana Korver.
Excited to watch JK throw today.
Absolutely beautiful. She's going to want that to hyzer in a little bit more, but she's right on circle's edge. She's got a putt. It's a little high out of Tamara's hand. Got caught up in those trees. That wind was lifting stuff on this hole. Something crazy.
Oh, sit down. Juliana just a little bit low.
Good bid, though.
Looks like Tamara might be a little obstructed. Has to go for a slight hyzer putt there. Just has a good backstop with that other tree, though.
Oop. Unusual mistake from JK. She was putting into a big headwind, so that can kind of get in your head a little bit, especially on that first hole.
Yeah, this one was ripping today. It was wild. You see the flag might chill for just a little bit, and then it picks up waving just all over again.
It chills out just enough to fake you out and think that it's done, and then it comes back.
Look at Des with this park job. Great birdie. Gets 2 strokes on her card just like that.
It's an absolutely beautiful drive.
Good job, buddy.
I can't believe it.
You're up next.
Stay turning. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Ooh. Wow.
Alan inbounds.
That's exactly.
Unbelievable.
All right, hole 2 is a 320-foot par 3. There's a Mando there on the right side of the fairway that you have to hit this left gap on. The fairway or the green comes in really quickly. It's a great forehand shot or turnover backhand shot. Looks like Des is lining up for that turnover backhand.
She's putting on a clinic of it. That is beautiful. Little bit short,
A little
but
short.
she should be able to get her 3, which is honestly, as hard as this hole is, not a bad score. Good pull from Tamara as well.
Looks like that's also going to check in just short of the pin, but she should still have a nice unobstructed view of the basket to land for a par.
JK with some real pretty height on hers. Right off that tree, and she is circle's edge with that putt.
Yeah, it looks like that was a really good tree for her to hit.
That might have been gone if she hadn't. Nice up shot. And that green is really sloped, even still from those rocks.
Yeah, there's quite a few greens on this course too that have a lot of roots and rocks around it where you really have to make a smart choice of what you're going to do as far as running your putt, how you're going to lay it up.
Oh, Juliana off the cage again.
Good bid.
Good putt from Tamara.
Yeah, great par save there.
Juliana and Des coming to tap in their pars here. And uncharacteristically still flag on this green too. I know when I was putting here it was roaring. Our ladies are heading over to hole 3, the 555-foot par 4. They need to lace this gap here, watch that OB line on the left, and then smash one down this field. Basket sits over near the tree. Wide open shot, and definitely a gettable hole for particularly some of our ladies that can throw far. There was a big headwind coming into this gap today.
It's going to be perfect for that turnover backhand that these girls want to throw.
They can keep the height on it so it doesn't turn over too high. Just a little bit short of the crest of the hill.
Yeah, this is a hole where as long as you hit your line correctly, you can get away with throwing either a forehand or a backhand off the tee and for your approach shot.
You really want to get that kind of light spot on the hillside is really where our ladies would love to get to, where Juliana's going right towards.
Ooh, that's going to be tough behind that tree. Hopefully she's not too pinned too close to it so she can still have a nice shot there.
Tamara with a rip for her second shot. And Des with a good pull, a little bit overturned. Said the wind was pretty wild on this hole today. Nah, I think Juliana's clean. The tree's not in her way too bad. That is smushed.
Yeah. Hook up. I hope the hooks up comes back. She's just outside the circle there for a birdie look.
Her form is so elegant.
It's a reason why she's one of the best in the game.
Beautiful
That's
upshot
a
from
great shot.
Tamara.
Great shot.
That's where you want to be on wind like this. Those tap-in putts. Des said good call.
See if she can hit this putt and get one of those strokes back. Oh,
Ugh. Looks like it maybe stuck in her hand a little bit. Good bid though.
great putt.
Nice par. Nice par from all of our ladies here. Flags are definitely faking you out right now, acting like it's not windy. I think the wind is just going in so many different directions, the flag doesn't know where to be.
Yes, it was definitely swirling out there today. All right, hole 4, it's a 300-foot par 3. Really caters well to a right-hand backhand shot or a lefty forehand. Again, another green where the basket kind of sits on a slope, so you have to be careful and not, whoa, run the disc too hard there.
Use it like that shot. Nice smooth pull from Des.
Yeah, that's great.
A little shorter than where she wants it, but she should be able to get a clean par from there.
I really like the big hyzer backhand here and just smash it into that hill. What did you throw, Brooke?
That is exactly what I threw, but
Okay.
I accidentally sauced it and was all the way down at the bottom, so.
It's easy to do with the way that slope comes into play like so quickly on that green.
Oh, it does. If you go by the basket at chain height, you're gone. Des is a little short, but it's actually a cleaner line than you would think it is over there. It kind of is more basket level. Juliana's on an ace run. That's smushed.
Great shot. Oh, parks it.
Oh,
Beautiful shot.
perfectly executing the hole. This is a scary run for Des. I'd be surprised if she runs it.
Oh, she's going for it.
Sit.
That checked up nicely for her.
And a nice layup from Tamara as well.
Good putt from Des. She's so cute in her little glasses and her hat. I love it.
Her putt feels very zen.
Yes.
Tamara cleaning up her part.
Popping in the putt there.
A little high. JK's going to clean in her tap it here.
Right. She has to dunk this in for a nice birdie.
Beautiful drive. Absolutely perfect. We are headed to hole 5, a 300-foot par 3. It bears pretty straight, slightly to the right there at the tail end. You really want to avoid these big cedars because they're grabby and they're not easy to get out of.
One of the few greens that you'll see out here that is not surrounded by roots and rocks.
Or really super sloped. It's kind of flat.
It's one of the more friendlier greens for sure that you can really run a putt on.
Beautiful pull by Juliana. Triggered a little too far to the right.
She should still be able to have a look for a putt there though. I think she's on the edge of the woods there. And those woods they're not out of bounds on this hole either.
No, they're just not great.
Great
And
shot.
Des parked it. Beautiful. Ladies are putting on a clinic on how to throw these holes. A little too much hyzer for Tamara. I think she was expecting the wind to flip her. You can see it whipping the branches of the tree around.
Yeah, it looked like she might have early released that too a little bit. Got a little too excited of it. It's a great upshot though. It's in her putting range.
She was right on the edge. JK does have a look at it from down there. Ugh. That cage is just not forgiving to her today. She's been
No.
all over it.
Yeah, just a little low, a little short on some of her bids today.
Ugh.
Just barely misses her par save.
Does come to tap in this beautiful drive. And another birdie to add to her lead.
She is running away with it right now.
She's playing phenomenally. Juliana and Tamara say, I don't know, you putt, I putt.
All right, hole 6 is a 245-foot par 3, severely uphill. We have this bush that protects the green here. It's a gardening bush with 2 other bushes that are in the back of it. So you want to make sure off your drive that you get to the right or the left side of that bush or try to clear it and park it like Brooke almost did today in her round.
I did, and then I whiffed my putt. Oh,
But yeah,
low.
you have to get up over this hill. And you want to make sure that your drive does not go behind that big guardian bush in front of the basket. If you,
Really pretty pull from JK. Looks like it's perfect.
that's
She's
a
in
great
the
shot.
circle.
Great shot.
That's the shot shape you want.
Yeah,
And it is uphill. It is
very uphill.
pretty high to get out of this gap.
If you end up behind that bush, you just gotta hope that you're not pinched next to it so that you can still have an approach over the top of it. Looks like she's gonna try to just hyzer in there, right at the basket. That's a great approach shot from Des.
Ooh, yes, ma'am.
Tamara's gonna look to try to do the same thing.
It's a little steep. That's all right. She's around it though.
Not quite as much finesse as Des had on her shot, but still it's a putt here. And connects for a
Nice
par save. That's
putt.
what's up. Good putt for Tamara.
Let's watch that one again. That looks like a circle's edge. putt.
Boom.
She cashed it. Run it down.
Big money Missy, big money Tamara.
Love seeing our ladies cashing these big putts.
Now OG JK.
She said that's about enough of those missed putts today.
Yes, she finally connects for a birdie putt here on this hole. It's a great putt from JK.
Beautiful putt, beautiful drive. Des cleaning up her par here. Juliana doesn't want to let her get away with one that easy. And we head over to hole 7, the 400-foot par 4. Pretty much dead straight, just ever so slight elevation on this hole, but really it's just absolutely smash it. There's not a lot of trouble for our ladies to get into, not a lot of OB. The biggest thing on this hole was the wind going in all of the directions at the same time somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Juliana with a mash, a little bit low.
Yeah, this is a hole with, because of the way the wind was, that you want to try to give your disc a lot of height so that you can get the distance that you want. Because otherwise, the wind was dropping things very quickly.
Basically, right when you pass these big cedars here on the left, the wind was coming out and just knocking discs out of the air.
That's great height from Des,
See
but
it
you
drop.
see, yep, it knocks it down. Some discs try to fight through it, but that wind is super strong today.
A little wild on this hole.
Oh, you can see the wildness, the way that just carried her shot, her disc out of her hand.
That did some wild stuff. She said she's playing that fairway. She liked that angle a little bit better.
So even though there's essentially two holes that are running parallel to each other right here, there's not any out of bounds line painted, so she was still safe over there.
Not quite in the fairway she wanted to be, but not
Yeah,
terrible.
not out of bounds. It's a great
Juliana
second
with a
shot.
Beautiful up shot. A little bit of a skip on her, but she should have a putt. Does grabbing some options here. This camera angle is kind of funky. She is not going for that basket. The basket you could see in the background was not the one that she was actually aiming at. She was
No.
aiming to one a little bit more on the left. Tamara with a circle 2 for bird. So
Almost
close.
That was honestly a great look that she had there after her tee shot.
She recovered very well. So with this wind, JK with a ripping headwind putt. No
Boom.
fear.
That's two back-to-back strong putts from JK. Collects 2 birdies on back-to-back holes. It's finally starting to roll in her round here.
Des with a birdie putt as well. She does have the tailwind angle.
Great putt. She's making putting look easy.
Take notes, all of the rest of us.
Yeah, it's hard not to be taking notes when you're watching two players like Des and Juliana go at it.
2 absolute legends.
All right, hole 8 is a 740-foot par 5. Very, very gettable for a lot of ladies out here on the field this weekend. Your tee shot, you just want to try to get as far as you can. There's some pine trees that you saw on the fairway to the right side. You want to try to get past those. That's about a 250-foot shot, so you want to get at least 100 feet or so past that off your tee shot so you can have a nice second shot. Line yourself up maybe for an eagle look, but definitely a birdieable hole.
And there is OB down the tree line on the left, as well as the tree line deep of the pin, so there can be some danger.
Okay. There you go.
If you flirt with it, JK with a beautiful shot, giving you a lot of room to work with.
So there's those pine trees I was talking about that are about 250 feet off the fairway, and Juliana got just about 100 feet past them, like I said you should try to do off your tee shot. And then the left side too on this fairway is out of bounds. So if you are choosing to throw a backhand, you have to be really careful that you don't hyzer it out and end up in the woods over there. There's somebody on my card that actually did that today.
Oh, it happened on my card as well.
Yeah, you see the line painted there to the left of the tee pad.
Some pretty good rips by our FP50 ladies here.
Let's see what I can.
Showing they still got the guns.
Right. I hope I'm still able to throw like that when I'm 50.
Girl, same.
Make it happen.
Good rip from Tamara, trying to avoid that T sign there.
That's good work. Yeah, that's fine.
It's a great shot. Great second shot. If you're able to get past those pine trees, after that, really this hill just opens up and is like completely downhill. So then you're able to start getting a lot more distance on your shots, and the green does come in fast, and there's also OB behind the basket too. So you do have to be careful how hard you punch it.
Jeez, JK crushed
Yeah, it was a big shot. Because again, it goes downhill, and then there's some out of bounds just outside the circle behind the basket.
Then of course the wind stops.
Tamara's got a little bit more space to get up there. But she's chipping her way down this fairway absolutely perfectly. It's a par 5. She's putting herself in range to get a very easy par. Dez is looking to get up to that pin to get a birdie. Such a smooth release.
Great shot.
She's parked.
Easy birdie for Dez. Juliana's way down the fairway.
Woo!
Ooh, after her second shot, it looks like she should also have an easy putt for a birdie.
Tamara says, I can park it. Ooh, I can run it. She flashed the basket.
All right, let's see if JK can connect again for another birdie here. Her putt's been working the past couple holes. Boom.
There we go.
Records the turkey on the scorecard. I think she was the only one in her division to record 3 birdies in a row today.
She's that good. Tamara coming in to tap in her par here. And a good putt. She doesn't have quite the distance of her card mates here, but she honestly played this hole absolutely perfectly. Keep it right nice and clean down the middle. Don't fool around, don't get near the trees. Des picking up her birdie as well.
With a legacy dating back to 2001, Sun King Discs has been instrumental in advancing disc golf across Florida, the U.S., and beyond. Partnering with and hosting over 500 events, including the famous Throw Down the Mountain, we are dedicated to bringing joy to players from all walks of life. Explore our extensive disc selection at sunkingdiscs.com and enjoy free shipping on orders of $50 or more. Sun King Discs. Believe in a better way.
And here we are on hole 9, a 280-foot par 3. The hole goes downhill. It shapes really well for a forehand or a backhand. This green does come in quick. There is kind of a creek ditch deep of the basket. It's not OB, but it's definitely not the best to putt out of. So our ladies have a lot of options on how to attack this pin here. Juliana, pretty smooth backhand.
It looks like she's throwing a putter here.
It's a
Maybe.
little left, a little deep, but she should have a circle one look.
Yeah, with how downhill this hole is, it's very lucky that that creek has not had a bounds behind it because it comes in very, very fast.
Yes, it is. Does a little low. I personally like attacking this hole forehand, but I
Yeah.
definitely tend to flash the basket end up in the creek.
Yeah, I think it's a great forehand hole as well.
Tamara says, go, 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 go. She made it around the big trees. Juliana is a little deep of the pin here. She's still got a look. Just missed.
You can see the wind is ripping, picking up again.
Oh, just low for Des. I think that's the first putt we've seen her miss this round.
I think so too. Her putting's been solid.
Juliana with a nice par cleanup. Looks like we might have missed Tamara's upshot, but you can see her disc parked there by the basket. She can clean up her par here as well.
We got I think our first star par frame. Oh no, I think they've had a couple of them. Very, very few though. There's been so many birdies traded between
They
Des
have
and
been
Juliana.
tearing it up here. Our ladies on the front nine. We have Des at -4 through the front nine. We have Juliana at -3 and Tamara at +2 through the front nine here. Des does have quite a bit of a lead on her competitors, but Juliana is making it as close as she can this round. And we will see you back for the back nine of round 2. I am Brooke Johnson.
And I'm Ashley Pickett. Thanks for joining us.